Hey guys, welcome to another Graphic Sauce Media video. Today is kind of a big day. We've got a new product slash service to announce, and I've been working on this for a while now. It's probably been about a year in the works, but it seems like a good time to release it, and I think it's ready for like the mainstream. We've been talking a lot about it between myself and Amanda, and kind of hammering out the main points of it and this product that we're going to release. I'm excited to finally unveil it, so let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, so I'm happy to announce, and I mean, I always say I'm excited, but I am genuinely excited for this because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long, kind of grueling process getting this service kind of to this point, and I'm excited to announce that we are going to be starting a wedding videography streaming service. This is going to kind of run alongside of our traditional videography service that we're already, a part of and created and built. This is going to be an add-on feature. And before we get into like the specifics on how it works, how much it's going to cost, how it's going to affect our current clients and things like that, I figured I'd talk a little bit about some minor questions you might have about the non-essential business. Now, obviously, this isn't going to start until the actual ban has been lifted on non-essential businesses and services. After that ban has been lifted, then this will go into effect. I'm kind of shooting for like an October, November type of, full-fledged release for this service. If we turn around in June and the service and the ban's been lifted, then we'll go ahead and launch then. At this point, the only thing left that we really have to do is purchase a few more pieces of equipment. We've already got the majority of the equipment here in the studio, so like I said, a lot of it's ready to go. There's just a few things here and here, a few odds and ends that we have to pick up to kind of complete this package. But for the most part, it's ready to go. We're just waiting for the ban to lift so that we can, start using it for our clients. So I want to answer some of the big questions, and we'll kind of go from there, and hopefully you get your question answered. If not, feel free to leave a comment down below, or you can reach out to us. There's the description will have all of the contact information, things like that. So let's start with, what is a wedding streaming service? So let's kind of paint a picture. First off, with the current pandemic that's going on, with the stay-at-home order, the non-essential business closure, and no gatherings of people outside of your immediate family in the household that you live in, it kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. So for weddings, it's kind of a no-go, right? But let's say, 6 months from now, everything has been lifted, you're good, everyone's all clear to go, but you still have a few relatives that aren't really planning on leaving or planning on traveling or anything like that. You have a few people in your wedding list, invites that aren't going to be able to make it for one reason or the other, whether it's due to the pandemic that's going on now, or it's another reason. That we all have those instances where family members get sick, ill, or something happens and they just can't make it, right? Well, that's where this wedding streaming service will kind of step in. It's a way for those people that have been invited that can't make it in person to visit a website that's been customized, designed specifically for your big day, and for them to enjoy the ceremony that you've worked so hard on planning. This is a great way to kind of make sure that everybody has kind of an overall seat for your big day. So how does it work, and what am I paying for? Right? You're already paying a videographer and a photographer and a DJ. Think of this as like another vendor that you're going to hire. Right? You'll have a dedicated stream operator, so that's like another videographer. That's going to be the person that sits behind the computer and makes sure, the stream, the video, and the audio are coming through clearly, and that the listening and viewing audience can see everything that's going on at your ceremony. This all kind of starts with that one person, and we've kind of got a couple people that we're working with, training and making sure that they're up to speed on how this system is going to work, so that you will have a dedicated person to run the stream. So we've instructed our stream operators to arrive 1 hour prior to your guests' arrival. So they'll be set up in plenty of time before your guests arrive. They'll have cameras set up and everything like that. And that way they're not going to be a bother while your guests are actually seated. Everything will be up and running, ready to go when your guests arrive. From there, essentially the equipment is almost identical to what our videographers use. There'll be two 4K cameras that will be shooting 4K footage, streaming to the internet for your viewing audience. We're going to use the two camera setup as kind of like our staple. It worked really good for our videography service. So one camera will be kind of fixated on the altar, where the groom's standing for the processional, and then the second camera will kind of be further back at the very back of the kind of the audience, kind of a little bit higher, so it kind of sees over top of everybody, and then going right down the actual aisle. And basically what this will do is this will make sure that when the bride is walking down the aisle, we kind of catch the bride going down the aisle, and then also with the camera facing at an angle, the bride will always be in the picture from that angle. We'll basically adjust the zoom as needed, and that'll be up to the actual stream operator. But the angle down the actual aisle will kind of be the main focus, and we'll be able to switch between the two on the fly depending on what's going on screen. So like I said, as far as equipment's concerned, two cameras. We'll have a lav mic that'll be on the groom, and then one that will also be on the officiant. Again, this is kind of the same setup that we do with our videography service. This way that everything is caught on audio for the listening audience on the stream, whether it's the officiant giving the opening prayer, or it's the vows, or whatever the case may be. That's going to get recorded. That's going to get played back for the stream audience to enjoy as well. So not just the crystal clear video, but also crystal clear audio for anyone speaking at the actual ceremony. And so the stream operator will obviously need a workstation to work from, since this is a live stream. They'll have a dedicated computer with a dedicated internet connection, so we won't have to rely on the venue to provide an internet connection, which is fantastic. Reliability is something that we stress on, especially when it comes to live streaming. We've got the lav mics, and then we'll also have our interface, which will control the two cameras and the audio feed. All this will be set up away from the actual ceremony, kind of in the back, but close enough to where we can still operate the cameras and things like that if an adjustment needs to be made. Again, like I said, the stream operator is going to be in charge of all that side of things, and the videographer will be in charge of actually the video portion of that service. So while they're going to be under the same umbrella, they're going to be two separate people running those actual services. So one of the things that I'm really kind of excited about this is the capabilities of keeping this stream live for the next 12 months. So one of the things that I've really kind of worked out is designing and creating a website personalized for each individual couple. So if this is a package that you add on to your videography package, you'll get a dedicated website with a unique URL. So if you've got like a hashtag or whatnot that you're using for your wedding, we can make that, if it's available, your website name. So whatever, .com, and basically you can pass that information out to your guests and to make sure they have access to it. If you want to password protect it, we are more than capable of doing that as well, to kind of give you a little bit of privacy. As far as the actual stream itself goes, that will be available for 12 months. You can go to that website, no additional charge. You can download the actual video file of the stream itself. That will be available for 12 months. But if you want to share that with anybody, again, that's something that you'll have access to for 12 months. Download it as much as you want. Share the website as much as you want. If you would like that to be on there longer, we can kind of talk about that at a later time and kind of discuss that at a later time. But again, this package comes with 12 months of that service. Okay, so the final question that I think everybody's asking is, how much is this going to cost? So to add on this package, again, to our core videography package, you're looking at a cost of $750. And this is actually bringing in a whole bunch of things into that price. So it's covering the stream operator for their time required. It's covering their gas mileage. It's covering equipment, insurance, things like that that's required to make this type of production. And then as far as like web hosting and things like that, that's all included in this price. There's no additional charges. There's no like kind of customization or anything like that, to add that would add any additional fees to it. So like I said, everything's included in this: the customized website, the 12 months of hosting, downloading the files and things like that. All of that stuff's included in the $750 price point. So like I said, guys, I'm really excited for this service to roll out. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. We've been working on this for well over a year now, and I think it's about time to go ahead and release it. We've kind of got all the kinks worked out as far as the actual equipment goes. We've got stream operators trained and ready to go. And we're just kind of waiting for that non-essential ban to lift so we can start offering this to clients as quickly as possible. And I think it's going to add some extra value. And while we're only offering it as an add-on to our videography service, I think it's going to add some value to a couple's day. Just being able to have that extra memory, that live feed to people that can't make it. So if you are interested, there'll be information in the description below with contact information. If you currently are booked with us, we'll be more than happy to get a contract, an updated contract over to you to include this information, include the service and things like that. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. We've been streaming on a separate channel for a while now. As far as streaming to like different like YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm really kind of excited to bring this type of service to my clients and kind of see where it goes. So like I said, if you're interested, definitely reach out. If you have any questions, you can post them down below in the comments, or again, you can reach out through the description below. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.